It is NFL Daily by Chat Sports. We are talking about a possible trade involving Kyler Murray. Also, the latest on Kareem Hunt. Where could he end up? And Chris Jones. Things are getting interesting as far as his future goes with the Kansas City Chiefs. Is he going to play or not? Is he going to get traded? We'll discuss all of that on today's show. Let's begin with Kyler Murray. ESPN's Dan Graziano is predicting the Cardinals will trade Kyler Murray after the 2023 season. Not right now, but after this season concludes. The expectation for the Arizona Cardinals this upcoming season is not very high, as this team has completely unloaded of sorts. New head coach, new GM, and they look totally different from what they were last season. So what does that mean for Kyler Murray coming off this ACL injury in his future? We know he got paid a ton of money last offseason. Will he stick around? More from Graziano. Listen to this. After Murray takes at least a little while, maybe even a long while, to come back, the Cardinals finish with one of the league's worst records in 2023 and draft either Caleb Williams from USC or North Carolina's Drake Maye. They have to find a solution to the Kyler Murray contract problem next offseason, ideally convincing some other team to take him off their hands and help defray the dead money costs as Arizona moves on to a future without him. Now, with that said, I understand. I love Caleb Williams and I love Drake Maye both, and I think they're both going to be fantastic quarterbacks at this next level, and they're two of the best quarterback prospects we've seen in a very long time. But what do we say around here, folks? It's all about the Benjamins. It is going to be very difficult, I think, to justify, if you're the Arizona Cardinals, of taking on whatever dead cap hit Kyler Murray comes with and sending him elsewhere when he could still be a Pro Bowl quarterback as far as we know. I know last year didn't go his way, but he was still very good in his previous seasons and getting to the playoffs and those Pro Bowl appearances, not to mention I thought he had an incompetent head coach in Cliff Kingsbury there the last few years and still succeeded, was still successful. I think Kyler Murray can be a top quarterback in this league and has shown some flashes here. You've committed all that money to him. I like Caleb Williams and I like Drake Maye, but this is a problem that the Cardinals have on their hands of trying to get out of this situation they've put themselves in with Kyler Murray here. I think it's kind of easier said than done. I know Graziano and some of these others are already writing off Kyler Murray as if his time in Arizona is guaranteed to come to an end. I understand, and you can see where the Cardinals are coming from, maybe wanting to reset the clock at that quarterback position. But the money there that they've committed, I think it's going to be hard for them to get out. So I actually personally lean towards that they're going to keep Kyler Murray and that they will use that draft pick on something else, or they'll trade down, get multiple picks, whatever it may be in their situation. What do you guys think? Our pin comment today. Should the Cardinals trade Kyler Murray after this season? Weigh in, tell us what you think. Y for yes, in for no. Should the Cardinals trade Kyler Murray or not? Tell us what you think in the comments section. Y for yes, in for no. So the next domino to fall in the free agent running back sweepstakes is Kareem Hunt. We already know about Dalvin Cook heading to the New York Jets and Ezekiel Elliott going to the New England Patriots. Now we await where Kareem Hunt could end up, as he recently visited the Saints, Colts, and the Vikings. And did you know, last week, the Saints were expected to sign Kareem Hunt, but that fell through after the Colts called Kareem Hunt with a more lucrative offer. Now, ultimately, he didn't sign with the Colts either, so we're still kind of playing the waiting game at this point. With that said, if all things are equal between those three teams, if I'm Kareem Hunt trying to find somewhere to go, the Vikings have the best chance to win among those teams, and you pair him up with Alexander Mattison there, I think you have a good duo there. You would have a very good run game. I know the Vikings are going to pass the football a whole lot with Kirk Cousins and company, but Kareem Hunt being a number 2 back and a rotational piece, I think that can work and could be a very good fit for him. Kareem Hunt, he's not a starting running back anymore. We saw him lead the league in rushing that rookie season in Kansas City, and he's had a decent career. He's had some problems off the field of sorts over the years. But Kareem Hunt, I think Minnesota, that's the one that makes the most sense to me. So what do you guys think? Where will Kareem Hunt sign in free agency? Is it going to be one of those three teams like Indianapolis, New Orleans, Minnesota, or is it going to be somebody else? I think Minnesota can be a playoff contending team. I'm out on the Saints. I don't think the Saints are worth anything at all, and the Colts are right at the bottom. They might be one of the worst teams in the league this upcoming season. Weigh in. Tell us where you think in the comments section Kareem Hunt is ultimately going to sign. Today's show is presented by BetUS, the exclusive sportsbook partner of Chat Sports. If you go to chatsports.com/bet, enter the promo code NFL Daily, you will get a 125% deposit bonus. Put $100 down, get $125 to spend for free at chatsports.com/bet with that promo code NFL Daily. And odds for the NFL MVP this upcoming season, no surprise, the reigning MVP and Super Bowl champion quarterback Patrick Mahomes, the favorite at plus 650. Joe Burrow at plus 750. Josh Allen at plus 800. Jalen Hurts, I think there's some good value there in Jalen Hurts, plus 900. Justin Herbert, too, at plus 1,200. You can get those bets in as well as bets in Major League Baseball. Maybe you want to bet on some UFC or NASCAR, soccer, whatever it may be. All at the same place. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code NFL Daily to get your bets in now. Still waiting. What is going to happen with Chris Jones? Chris Jones, one of the league's best defensive tackles, is still waiting on a new deal of sorts as he's been holding out. The Chiefs are getting close to wrapping up their training camp and still no end in sight at this point when it comes to the negotiations with Chris Jones and with the Kansas City Chiefs. And we've seen the Chiefs have not been afraid to move on from stars before. Remember last offseason they said goodbye to Tyreek Hill, and they were just fine. So are they going to give Chris Jones this deal or not? And will he be traded before the season begins? Here's what you need to know right now. According to reports from Nate Taylor of The Athletic, who does a great job covering the Kansas City Chiefs, Taylor is reporting the Chiefs are unwilling to make Jones the highest paid defensive tackle in the league. That title belongs to Aaron Donald, who's making $30+ million, and then Quentin Williams is behind him making $24+ million this upcoming season. According to the same report from Nate Taylor, Jones wants to be the second highest paid defensive tackle. He's not looking to get the $30 million that Aaron Donald is getting, but he'd like to get more than Quentin Williams. Andy Reid today, when speaking to the media at Chiefs camp in St. Joe, Missouri, was asked about Jones and said, look, I got no update at this point. There's no new news on where this situation is as far as Chris Jones goes in a new deal where things stack up at this point in time. And we mentioned Aaron Donald being the highest paid defensive tackle. His number this upcoming season, $31.6 million. So Jones not looking to necessarily get that, but you'd have to think somewhere in that range, that $24 to $31 million range is what he's looking at, and he and the Chiefs are still nowhere near close to a deal where things stand right now. I would expect that the Chiefs and Chris Jones probably get something done, but as the days go on, certainly wonder what his future is going to be like in Kansas City. So let's get a little Jonesy now. Will the Chiefs trade Chris Jones? What do you think? Is a deal going to get done, or are they going to ultimately move on from him? Weigh in. Tell us what you think in the comments section. Will the Chiefs trade Chris Jones or not? Type T for trade. Type K for keep. Weigh in. Tell us what you think. Is a trade going to happen, or is he back in Kansas City? Let us know what you think in the comments section below. Folks, we here at Chat Sports are your one-stop shop for all things NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, college football, and more. We are talking about all those sports each and every day here on the channel. For the latest happenings, this is the channel for you as we're talking sports like no one else does here at Chat Sports. Subscribe now for free, youtube.com/chatsportstv. Turn on notifications so you stay up to date with the latest happenings. We got you covered here on Chat Sports.